Hi, I'm Jeff Boudrie. I'm a former college and professional golfer who now makes his living helping other golfers to try to reach their true potential. That's right, I'm a PGA member golf professional. I've won multiple local, state, and even national awards as a golf professional. What I'm going to introduce to you today may be just what you're looking for to get you to the next level. There are two very different types of movements in golf. The most obvious one is the golf swing. For those of you who want a very technical, educated term, the full swing is a ballistic movement. Full swing is designed to create speed and power. With a fundamentally sound golf swing, a golfer creates tremendous clubhead speed. He does that through fast hands and fast arms that are rotating around a body movement. And that fast turning motion is exactly what creates speed. And it's the only reason that a golfer sets up this way to hit his shots that way. We set up to the side of the ball like that so that we can create speed when we turn. Tradition has told us that this is also the way we should set up for all of our shots, including putting. The truth, however, may not always be the same as tradition. Putting, you see, is the second kind of movement in golf. Putting is what we call a fine motor skill. Now, fine motor skills have a lot more to do with touch and feel. And when we're doing something with touch and feel, we need to set up slightly different than we would if we were trying to do something to create speed. Now, if I'm trying to create speed, I would set up this way to rotate my body. But if I were trying to throw something in this direction, and I were trying to do it with lots of touch and feel, of course, I'm not going to set up this way and do it. It's going to require a lot more body movement. It's going to require a lot more movements that I could possibly screw up. You know, if I were tossing a beanbag, I would do it this way. If I was trying to throw a ball into a bucket, or if I was pinching pennies or washers, of course I would set up and I would move this way. Well, perhaps putting should be exactly the same. Face-on putting is a very simple and natural technique. With face-on putting, as the term implies, we're going to face the target. Face-on putting is much easier because it allows us to be able to swing our arm in the much more natural, basic way that we were swinging with all of our other sports. The things that we're good at with everything else, we can now use the same technique when we're putting. There's several reasons why it's better. Primarily though, we want this putter going straight back and straight through, and we want it to be anchored right on the target line. Face-on putting is also a very natural technique. Just try tossing a ball from a traditional putting setup. It's very difficult to toss it straight or to have good distance control when you're doing it this way. We could also pitch washers, or just imagine someone trying to bowl from a traditional golf setup position. Of course, it's going to be very, very difficult. As with every sport, facing the target is much more natural. Facing the target is a far superior way of performing due to four fundamental facts. First is binocular vision. Binocular vision is when both eyes are used. Ask any sports ophthalmologist or optometrist and they'll tell you that depth perception is immensely better when you have two eyes looking at the target. With face-on putting, distance control is far easier because both eyes can be used to judge distance. With traditional putting, we look this way and we're only looking out of one eye. The second fundamental fact that makes this better is that with a properly fitted face-on putter, the center point of the swing arc can be precisely over the target line. Therefore, as the putter swings straight back and straight through, there's no need for any manipulation to keep the head moving properly. The third fundamental fact with proper face-on putting technique, it's the only method that can guarantee that the face of the putter will always be pointed right down the target line. With traditional putting, the putter tends to open and close as it's moving through. The fourth fundamental fact that makes face-on putting a better technique is that it requires less movement of your body. And the more movement we have in our golf technique, the greater chance we have of screwing something up. In face-on putting, the putter rotates around a central point right on your right shoulder. So the only thing moving is your right arm, moving the club straight back and straight through. It's really a much more natural swinging movement of the golf club. Face-on putting was introduced best by PhD sports psychologist Dr. David Cook in his very popular book, Golf's Sacred Journey. This book has been made into a movie, premiering September 2nd, 2011. I, personally, am a very good putter. Of course, I've put in thousands and thousands and thousands of hours practicing a traditional method. After trying face-on putting for the first time, I immediately could see that it was an easier technique. I was almost as good of a putter with the face-on method with just an hour or two of practice. Please look into the rest of our website to see if face-on putting might be right for you.